Hey YouTube. Alright, well, I just got out of my second day at the start of this semester. Everything's going okay. It was kind of a long day today. The first day, I'll say it was kind of exciting, so because you're getting to meet new teachers and new students and all that stuff, so it kind of, woohoo. And then today it's kind of like, okay, well, vacation's over, it's time to get back to work. So thank God this is my last semester of college. I graduate 2012 in the spring, April 28th. So, yay me! It's been a long time coming. I've been in college a total of about 6 years. I tried to go straight out of high school at 18, and yeah, no. I spent most of my time getting drunk and doing things that I shouldn't have been doing that was not pertaining to schoolwork. So then I tried to go back a couple of times after I had my son, and he was small, but life just kept getting in the way. And well, finally, when my son was probably about, let's see, he's 16 now, so about 10 years old, I started going back. And at first it was just taking, 1 or 2 classes a semester, and then I really bombarded it. So I've got my associates in criminal justice. Now I'm just finishing up my bachelor's at St. Leo University. Yay, go Lions. Anyway, I'm really thinking and leaning towards going into Child Protective Services. After working in the detention center, I just think that, a lot of, don't get me wrong, DCF, Department of Children and Families, they try their best. I don't know, wherever you're from that has a different name, but basically the people that deal with watching for, handling reports of abuse cases and stuff like that, it just seems like, they're really falling under, they're really falling through the cracks, a lot of kids. I mean, how many times you turn on the freaking television and you hear about, a 13-year-old boy locked in the closet for the last 4 years, starved and beaten and chained, and, and so, that's disturbing to me. There's really no reason for it. So basically what I'm going to be going out and doing is I'm going to be the person that comes to the house and investigates, anything that, like this school calls me and says that, this child's reporting abuse. I'll be the person going to the school to talk to the child, getting the child's story, and then following up with the parents and getting their stories and putting it together and determining whether or not there is a true case there or there isn't. And some people will be saying, oh, that's kind of a waste, and you need more of a social work degree. No, you don't. Social workers are great people, and God love them, and they do a lot of work, but you really need that criminal background. You really need that criminal justice background to help in that process. Give you a little story about myself, because you guys really don't know me. I worked in juvenile detention for 4 years as I was a lead tech supervisor. But basically all that glorified thing is that I was not a licensed corrections officer, but I worked for a private company and did everything that a corrections officer does. Okay, I knew how to handcuff, I knew how to, escort the juveniles to court, to doctor's appointments, to hospitals, all that stuff. So I have a fairly good background. I tested in 2009, I tested for the Florida State Troopers, and I missed getting on with the Florida State Troopers by 1 minute and 4 seconds. 1 minute and 4 seconds. Wow, if you don't think I wasn't pissed off after that, I was. All my hopes and my dreams of my whole life was to become a law enforcement officer. It really was. That was the one thing that I truly wanted to do. And I missed it by 1 minute and 4 seconds. The CJ BAT test, I scored a 98%. So I had the intelligence to be a law enforcement officer. I just didn't have the physical aptitude at that time. And I was supposed to come back and retake the test, the physical part of it, because state troopers really wanted me. You know, they got somebody in front of them that just scored a 98 on the CJ BAT test. Of course they want you, you know. So what happened is I went to my job, ended up there was a riot situation. 2 juveniles went after a staff with pencils to try to stab him. There was what we call a code. Basically, there was a disruption called for assistance, and I responded. I immediately took one of the girls down to the ground to control her until another staff could grab her from me, and a staff that was trying to take another girl out ended up being bucked off. So I turned, jumped on, took her down, and led to me getting, hitting my head, tearing the meniscus in my right knee, and tearing my ATF in my left ankle. And also, that happened on July 24th. July 24th. And August the 12th of 2009, I had a major seizure. And I had never experienced seizures before or anything else, so as you would guess, I can no longer be a law enforcement agent because I have had a seizure in my lifetime, which is fine. Now, I can go back after I've been seizure-free. Well, each state's different. State of Florida, I can go back 5 years after if I've been 5 years seizure-free, and I can try again to get into law enforcement. But you know what? I'm 37 years old, and, you know, I'm ready to get out there in the workforce, so whatever. I'll just go into this. So anyway, so I'm now moving into Child Protective Services. And I just got a calling for that. I love children. I know the struggles of being a single parent and having to raise a child by yourself. I know how sometimes your anger can get the best of you. I know, you know, I've been through a lot in my lifetime, and I really feel that I can give back. You know, it is not a high-paying job by no means. I used to be a casino dealer and made a lot of money. This position that I'll be going in is not a lot of money, but you know what? My reward will come back in knowing that either A, I have taken a child out of a situation and put it into security, you know, into a secure environment where they can blossom, or I've kept the child from being taken from a home that there really was no reason to take them. The parent just needs a little bit more guidance and a little bit of education on how to be a proper parent and how to parent better, you know. And because kids do not come with a rule book, and kids do not come with an owner's manual, and you cannot take them back if you don't like them, okay? So a lot of times, unfortunately, shit happens, you know, and some people should have never been parents because they really can't be one. They just, you know, they don't have the nurturing aspects or whatever. And then you have some that they would be really good parents had they themselves had good parents to show them and role model for them what is expected. But we all know in a perfect world, everything would be perfect. And in the world that we live in, that's not the case. So anyway, so I'm getting excited. I've talked to some of my professors. They're writing letters of recommendation for me. So I've got like 26 letters of recommendation calling for me to get this position. So I'm really excited. I got my fingers crossed. Not only are they giving me letters of recommendation, they are making personal calls to the sheriff of Pasco County, you know, about my character and, you know, the type of person that I am and how, you know, I can really give back to the Pasco Sheriff's Department. So I'm just truly excited about that. I wanted to update you guys on Amanda's mom. Amanda's mom did have surgery yesterday, and they're hoping after the surgery that she'll start getting better. So far, there hasn't been much change, but, you know, it's only been one day. So please keep the prayers coming and I will keep you posted on that. Other than that, she's still back at school today, and I'm heading home. I guess my mother stayed home from work because she was too tired. So I'm going to go check on that because, you know, like I said, both of our parents are getting older. My mother is 67 years old. So, you know, it kind of worries me that she's getting tired. She's already on one of those little breathing sleep thingies.